Here we go, folks. Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for your Twitter reactions to St Johnstone 1, Celtic 2 at McDiarmid Park. A fourth league victory on the spin today, albeit another pretty turgid performance over the piece. Before we get started, this video is brought to you by OneFootball. It's the best football app on the planet. You can get line-up notifications as soon as the teams are announced on game days. You can get pre-match stats, goal alerts from all around the world, league tables from all around the world, and you can get all the Celtic-related news sent straight to your phone as soon as it breaks. You can add widgets to your home screen that will tell you Celtic's next fixture, who we're playing, what the kick-off time is, all of that stuff. You can download it by clicking the link in the description of this video. The app is free to download wherever you get your apps, and it's a great way for you to support the channel. So if you haven't already, click the link below and download it and let me know what you think. We'll start today with John McGatchie. Better second half, 2 great goals. Callum McGregor is the one who looks fatigued to me, not a Yeti. He could be doing with a rest. I think slightly better in the second half today. We did score 2 brilliant goals from Odsonne Edouard. Christie was involved in both of them as well. I think at the first half the whole team looked tired. I think everybody associated with the club is tired of this season, to be honest. I think that's the reality. The players look as if they chucked it in the first half. I mean, really struggling to build attacks, just going through the motions at times. Any joy we did get was in the counter-attack. I think St Johnstone pressed as well. They closed the space well, and we really kind of struggled to deal with that and struggled to create anything of real note. Vogic is that one that gets cleared off the line, but as I say, that was a counter-attack. Again, I think that on the grand scheme of things, people are struggling to take joy for watching the team at the minute. There's no getting away for that. Yes, it's another win today, and we are in a position this season now where in fact, I'm going to say we're in a position this season where we just need to be happy with that. We don't just need to be happy with a win, 2-1 away at St Johnstone, because we're not closing in on the league title and grinding out wins where you can just turn a blind eye and say, do you know what, we're grinding out wins, we're getting closer to the big goal. We're not really doing anything. It is a win, and it was good to win, but I think overall you can see the team's just a bit lost. Again, moments of individual brilliance, which sort of characterises Neil Lennon's Celtic. That's what it is. And it was Edouard again today with his 20th. I think it's 20 goals now for the season. 8 goals in his last 6 games. Without him, where would we be? That's a scary thought. I actually tweeted during the game saying we'd be in the bottom 6 without him. I don't know if it'd be that bad, but it'd certainly be a whole lot worse than it currently is. Gaz 88, wrong team today. 88 minutes of garbage bailed out by 2 minutes of brilliance. 2 minutes of brilliance from Odsonne Edouard. Again, as I've said, even if you go back to last season, and I'm not being revisionist or anything like that, but there was plenty of games where we either relied on Foster's brilliance at one end or Edouard's at the other. And that, I think about Man City just now, right, and I'm not comparing Celtic to Man City because we know the resources are totally in 2 different worlds. But Man City have been missing their key man, their goal scorer Sergio Aguero, for months and months. They're also missing their best overall player in Kevin De Bruyne now. But they're coached so well and the system is so good that they're in great form. That they've won, I don't know how many games in a row it is now. They're barely conceding. The system does the work. It doesn't matter who comes in, who drops out. Everybody knows what their role is. And while Celtic can't have Pep Guardiola, we should be able to have a coach who can put a system in place that works regardless of the personnel that's there and doesn't rely constantly on these moments of individual brilliance. But listen, that's what we had today, and I'm glad we had it. I think Edouard has shown his real form in this second half of the season. Okay, he was poor in the first half of the season, but as I said in the starting 11 prediction, he's missed 8 games this season, whether through injury or COVID or having to quarantine, all of those sorts of things. He's missed a chunk of games. And to have 20 goals now, have played poorly, have missed a chunk of games, he's actually done all right in the grand scheme of things, because as I keep saying, where would we be without those 20 goals, without those moments of brilliance today, without Edouard on the pitch? We'd probably have lost today. That's the reality of it, and we can't be so over-reliant on these individuals, because it leaves you open to dropping points the minute they're not in the team or the minute they have a little drop in form. Greg James, we're born to watch, have been all season. Flat, no ideas, no creativity. Takes St Johnstone to score first to kick us into gear. So predictable. Win doesn't disguise another poor 90-minute performance. Again, as I've said time and time again, I'm just coming on here to share the thoughts of Celtic supporters that are sending their opinions in on Twitter. And overwhelmingly this season, they're not enjoying watching the team. I think today is another below par 90 minutes, and as I said, if you were closing in on a league title, you would say, aye, brilliant, it's another win. That's what champions do. They win when they're not playing well, but the reality is we're so far off it this season. We've got nothing to play for, and we're really struggling to win with proper style. And I know that people will be saying, aye, but we won 4-0 during the week. We did win 4-0 during the week, but again, like today, we scored a spate of goals in a few minute spell that really put a polish on the scoreline, because for 70 or 80 minutes in that game during the week, where it was locked at 1-0, we were hardly playing with style, we were hardly putting in a vintage Celtic performance, a brilliant attacking play and stuff like that. So I think today is another one of those performances. This is what we're going to just have to endure till the end of the season. It was good to get another win, but again, it was pretty symptomatic of where we've been at all season. The Hoop Canary, still conceding the same types of goals. This management and coaching system clearly learns nothing, and Edouard brings the Valentine's Day love the Celts so desperately needed. I think we did desperately need some intervention from Edouard today, and Christie as well, to be fair to him, playing up front there, not his best role. Again, you could look at it today and say he's involved in 2 goals, so maybe that means it justifies the manager's decision. But his role in the goals comes from a wide position. The first one, he chases the ball down, whips a cross in. Edouard does brilliantly to stab it into the top corner. The second one, brilliant bit of invention by Christie just to dummy it for Greg Taylor. That opens up the game and it creates the goal. He created the goal without having to touch the ball, and that's really good ability to read the game, know what's happening round about him, know where his teammate was. So that was very, very good. But without Edouard on the end of those bits of play, I think we really struggled today, and we didn't properly kick on after that either. I'd like to see us, because we've scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, really go on and finish the game, maybe like the other night, and try and get 3 or 4, but we were holding the ball in the corner for the last few minutes. Listen, it's another win, as I keep saying. Patrick Murphy, I don't expect much these days, so I'll look in the bright side and be happy with the win. It wasn't a great performance, but Edouard turned on the style to dig us out of a hole. Will a decent run see the board reconsider Neil Lennon's position? Let's hope not. A change is still needed. Aye, I mean, the thought of a decent run making the board reconsider Neil Lennon's position is enough to give everybody the fear. I don't think there's anything Neil Lennon can do between now and the end of the season to get a contract for next season. Honestly, if he wins every game for now until the end of the season, he shouldn't be the Celtic manager come June, July or August. I think that's clear for everyone to see. I think we need change. Again, as Patrick says that it wasn't a great performance today, and Edouard did dig us out. That's the reality of it. We'll finish tonight with Kevin McLaughlin. Sooner this season is over, the better, so we can all get on with our lives. I think that's the best note to end on. There seems to be a real consensus that everybody just wishes this season would hurry up and finish. That's how poor it's been. We're on a hiding to nothing with these games. Again, today, as I say, poor but won. That's good. But if we'd have lost, would it have changed anything? No. So we're just in no man's land where winning doesn't really matter, losing doesn't really matter. The status quo is going to remain in place probably until the end of the season, and it just feels strange. And I think everybody's fed up with it. I think everybody's fed up with this sort of atmosphere that's bedded in this season. And I think we all want freshness, we all want change, and the quicker we get that, the better. That's it for today. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you during the week for the build up to Aberdeen. Cheers.